Hi, my name's Tom Haddigan. I'm the author and creator of this new YouTube program channel dedicated to mixed martial arts. I'm going to look now at the UFC 308, which features Ankalaev versus Rakic. But before that, I'd just like to introduce myself. This is me. I'm currently a lecturer. I lecture to postgraduate students, and my field is research methods. This is my early days as a YouTube content creator, so I would appreciate your subscribing to the channel and adding a like. Obviously, you have to like the channel. Let's hope you do. Okay, let's look at Magomed Ankalaev. Now, this is interesting. He has a record of 18-1. But if you look at the details of the loss, you'll see here, courtesy of Wikipedia, his first fight in the UFC, he lost to Paul Craig. Paul Craig is an accomplished mixed martial artist. I think he comes from Scotland. He's a little bit ambivalent about where he lies in terms of which division at the moment, but he's certainly a competent mixed martial artist, no doubt about that. I'm not sure that he would lose to Paul Craig today. But let's have a look at some of the other recent earlier opponents. So there are 4 or 5 earlier opponents that I don't know too much about. But if we come up to the UFC 267, he fought Volkan Ozdemir. Now, Volkan Ozdemir is a very accomplished martial artist. Anybody who beats him is a very accomplished martial artist and a little more. He then went up and beat Thiago Santos. Again, Thiago Santos is a very accomplished martial artist. Many people feel he was very close to beating John Jones during their title fight. And in July 30th, 2022, he beat Anthony Smith, who's also an accomplished martial artist. Then he was given an opportunity to fight for the World Championship. And he was up against Jan Blankovic, the Polish mixed martial artist. Now, this was his opportunity to really shine and take the world title, with real finesse and style. But unfortunately, it was for both those fighters, it was an absolute disaster. Stylistically, the fight was just not watchable. Boring is not an honest way of describing it. So, in actual fact, it was decided that the match was a split draw. Now, normally, Dana White and his, organisers, schedulers would have just agreed to rerun the title fight or the match-up for the vacant title. They chose not to do so. That's how bad the actual performance was by both fighters. So the next fight is Johnny Walker, and unfortunately he hit Johnny Walker with an illegal knee, and the contest was deemed no contest. And then when he returned to the matchup with Johnny Walker, he won. So Ankalaev is an accomplished mixed martial artist. I don't think the loss to Paul Craig is a true reflection of his record. I think he should be 19-0 and 1 today. This is a picture of the Dagestani athlete against Thiago Santos. Now let's find out a little bit about Magomed Ankalaev's skill set in the UFC. So he's a highly skilled mixed martial artist with a diverse set of abilities. He's a powerful puncher. He has knockout power. He's got several wins by knockout TKO. He has a high striking accuracy. He's got an accomplished wrestling background. He comes from Dagestan. He has a strong takedown game. He has an effective ground control game. He knows how to grapple. He has definitive submission skills because he has background in combat sambo. He's very versatile. He knows how to move from striking and grappling and vice versa. Now, physical conditioning, he has aggressive pace and endurance. Now, I don't think he's in the same field as Merab Dvalishvili, who has a unique cardio, but this guy is aggressive with a lot of endurance. Mental toughness, he's obviously very confident in his abilities. He knows how to adapt. So his next contest with Alexander Rakic will be an interesting one for both of them. Now let's have a look at the Austrian MMA practitioner. This is his record. This is courtesy of Wikipedia, of course. Now this is his record. His first UFC fight is here on the Volkov versus Struve UFC fight night. He beat Francimar Barroso. I don't know anything about this artist. Next fight, he beat Justin Lede. Don't know anything about this artist. Then he beat Devin Clark and Jim Manua. Then he fought maybe his most serious opponent, Volkan Ozdemir. I mean, whereas his opponent actually beat Ozdemir, Rakic lost to Ozdemir. No disgrace. Ozdemir is a truly outstanding mixed martial artist. He then went on to beat Anthony Smith. He then went on to beat Thiago Santos. He then went on to lose to Blachowicz because of a knee injury, and then he lost to Prokaska, the Czech ex-world champion. So you'll see the records reflect the fact that Rakic is not so strong as his opponent. But let's look at the skill sets of Rakic, okay? So we could say that Rakic, his nickname is Rocket, like Valentina Shevchenko. He has powerful punches. He has a high striking accuracy. He has a strong defense. He has effective takedowns. I don't think his wrestling is in the same order as his opponent. He has ground control again. I don't think that matches his opponent. He does have grappling. He's got a background in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He has some submissions to his name. He's versatile. He's physically well conditioned. He has an aggressive pace, but I don't think it matches his opponent, and I don't think his endurance matches his opponent. Mental toughness, he's clearly confident in his abilities. He does know how to adapt. But I would say that in terms of skill set, he's slightly inferior to Magomed Ankalaev. Of course, that's just my analysis. It may be wrong. He may absolutely win the day against Ankalaev when they meet in 308. But those are my thoughts and opinions. Okay, this is 26th of October, UFC 308 light heavyweight. Matchup, Ankalaev versus Rakic.